Hello, welcome to session 14 with the recap with Mankind.
Hey.
Indeed. So, well, last time, I suppose,
Laurel.
we set out to kidnap a person called Cordell, a young wizard, as we know it, really in some illicit activities. It went rather smoothly. We made a plan, set out, bought a rowboat called the Sword of Justice, and ambushed this young man as he was on his way to a lighthouse. We were not really sure what he was going to do there. The ambush went well until he teleported away somehow. We rushed to the lighthouse, thinking that that was the only place he could have gone. It was the only place that would be within a reasonable distance. Not that any of us really know much of that stuff. As we got there, we found another man. We found a man, a lighthouse keeper, who, well, was very uncooperative. He sheltered this person, and we ended up knocking him out without really a fight. Searching the place, Raphael and Zoe went upstairs to find the Cordell boy in a room near the magical top of this lighthouse, the lighthouse powered by magic. He was studying something or doing something, hiding behind some crates, hoping to not be found, most likely. As they crawled up the stairs, they were hid by strong lightning abilities and other powerful spells. I only came to save them, just in time. Now, we did manage to capture him and extract him. We took the lighthouse keeper as well, although we later let him go. He didn't know anything. We drenched him in alcohol. No one would believe his stories. If he ever dared to tell them, that is. The Cordell boy, we have him. We tried to extract information from him, but he seemed persistent. Perhaps some intimidation from Bollard will grease his lips, I suppose.
With bacon.
I'm not the one with words. You know this. Well, that was done, and, it was good. The next day, proceeded to talk to Valendor. I wanted to know more about a box we had found in the lighthouse, a box that seemingly absorbed magical energies around it. It was locked, and we couldn't really find a way to open it. The Hound said that it was incredibly powerful, but he knew little of it. He would look into it a little bit, but I don't know when he would report anything.
Can I just ask a question? Has Riff and Bollard have been stuck in the northern part of the city during all of this then?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Bollard seemingly has been at jury duty for some time. Not sure what case, but maybe he will tell us more when he arrives back. Rithlin disappeared, I don't know to where, but she goes and comes a bit as she likes. I'm sure there's many magical rituals and the like going on below cities and dangerous alleyways that she has to deal with. Regardless, we decided not to open the box and try not to tamper with it too much. It's too dangerous. What if what was inside was something we shouldn't want to let out? We simply cannot open it or force it open without knowing what we'll find. The next day was a lot of commotion. The bridge had exploded between two of the city's districts, the port district and the foreign district. A very important bridge, one of the only ways, or the only way to get over the river without having to sail. Quite disastrous. Gunpowder was involved, and the Empress immediately called to a meeting. We went to the ex-prince, and from there, him and Laurel went to a meeting. The Empress was furious, but Laurel managed to save the dwarf, leading the good Sir Stonehammer, leading the foreign quarter, and instead I managed to get the attention sent over to the people leading the docks of the Gold Quarter, for they had the responsibility of removing gunpowder from the city. Clearly they've not been doing a good job, even if they turn out to not be involved in the explosion. Beyond that, we found some information. A group called the Jade something. An old mercenary group that was under the king before he married the Empress is apparently gone rogue. They're trying to break the Empire, and we have information from the Loyalists suggesting that they blew up the bridge, and that right now a horde of orcs is actually nearing the capital from the outside. They're coming from the north, and seemingly the king knows about it. He has, however, withdrawn many of the soldiers from the city to a stronghold outside the city that is built so that the royal family in times of war could retreat there. This is highly alarming, but we have not really decided what to do about it yet. Right now, after the meeting, where I also managed to forge an alliance between the foreign quarter, the south side and north side, will aid each other in the troubling times to come. The Dragon District and the Archmage seemed interested, but they were too dedicated to other matters to really be interested in aiding others to that level of commitment. Perhaps individual cases can be brought to his attention. Now, today, the plan is, I suppose, to find Zoe's father. He is known to be traveling towards the city from the south. We're not really sure what we'll gain by, well, attracting his attention, but we know that he'll be walking into a death trap when he comes home. He would not want to spend all his family's money on mercenaries and murder. As far as Zoe says, at least. And, well, that is what her stepmother has been doing. If he came home and saw it, surely there would be problems, and she cannot allow that. She would lose access to the family's wealth. Beyond that, we've been trying to find ways to hurt the financial, the underlings of the king and his allies. Nothing has really come on that front either, yet. I think that's where we begin this session. On the 19th of Rova. Laurel's log.
I was gonna say it did kind of sound like a Star Trek captain's log.
I think that was intentional.
Yeah, it was awesome.
So,
Welcome, I guess.
I've never watched an episode of Star Trek.
neither have I.
I haven't watched a full one. I've watched parts.
So I don't know.
You guys are the worst. Like,
I
what
haven't
is
watched
wrong with
any
any of
Let's
you?
play.
You
play.
call
This
is
yourself
irrelevant,
nerds.
Jonah.
What is this?
I've never
don't-
called
I don't
myself
call
a
myself
nerd.
a nerd.
You are nerds.
You do not have a
You-
government.
Look,
You
you don't
play,
have any
you
room to
play
talk,
role-playing
Jonas.
games on the internet. I'm sorry.
do you.
That your nerd ship has sailed.
All right, okay. So we're playing now.
Offensive.
Yeah. So right now, Bollard, you're currently at the courthouse. You've been dismissed from jury duty. The trial finished this morning.
What was the case?
We can't
Well,
tell you.
you'll
can
find
we?
out when I meet up with you guys.
Fuck.
So,
Anyway.
yeah, I mean,
You leave, and one of the first things you see is basically a poster saying all information about the bridge explosion wanted.
I've surely
but
heard of the bridge explosion, right?
You might have heard a few whispers. You didn't really know much about it.
Am I basically, like, when I'm on jury duty, am I basically, like, locked in the courthouse
yeah.
for, like, 3 days?
Stay in this bit here. No leaving.
Oh, hang on, I'm on the
Oh, okay.
secret base
Alright,
map.
so you're kind
Hang
of
on.
stuck in the.
And you are in this.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
No leaving.
I have, like, my own, like, leaving, or my own, like, quarters and stuff there.
This entire
Just
building
can't.
here is reserved for any juries here.
Oh wow.
Oh, damn.
That
Right,
is
Look
wait,
at the
so
Trader's
which-
Bay.
Oh, that bridge was blown up. Oh, man, that's an important bridge. How do I
that is
get
a very
home?
important bridge.
Oh my god, you're so close to the Flores
Do I, have
Manor.
to, do I have to swim the bay?
You don't know how you're gonna get back.
Right. There's
There's got to be, like, a ferry set up.
We have a boat.
Hang on,
called
do we
the
have any entrances to the
Samantha?
labyrinth on this side yet?
No.
No, we can't get under the water.
Is there very
Well-
We only have them in north side and south side at the moment, I think.
Yeah, we need to
We
construct,
do-
like, the English Channel bridge.
We do have the Secret of Justice, though. She
It's
can bring
called
you over.
Samantha.
But we don't know what they're doing over there, or that they're coming home now. So they're really on their own.
Mhm.
In the King's District.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Riff's heard, right? Riff's
River's probably heard.
Riff's has probably heard. All right. So at least she knows.
I
She
mean-
probably, she's busy with her.
I mean,
dealings.
Ballard will ask around about the bridge explosion, explaining that he was, like, in the court district, or in the, like, the
You'll be
courthouse.
informed that a violent gunpowder explosion happened at the northern bridge, which is now separated each side of the city.
That's bad.
The people involved have not yet been found.
Hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, well,
Any information should be given to the guards immediately.
yeah. Well, I don't have any information, so.
Have a good day, sir.
I guess I'm just gonna like. How close can I get to the bridge before guards are like, you can't get any closer?
No, none of them will stop you.
Oh, so I can just like walk right up to the edge?
Yes.
Oh. How like big is the gap? Could I jump it with like a really lucky check?
Can you make a DC 140?
Ah, yeah. You know, if I try hard enough. No.
That's with a running start, I assumed.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work. Man. Is there like a ferry set up, like down here maybe? Is there like any way to get across?
There are basically piles of people trying to get across.
You know?
Price is skyrocketing.
Yes.
Like, our rowboat will earn us 1 gold a day if we dedicate it to sailing people over. That's a lot of money for a rowboat.
That is a lot of
Yeah,
money
that's
for
true.
a rowboat.
For a ferry ride in a rowboat with random people you don't know and have no certification or training. So...
Mm-hmm.
How much money is Bollard willing to shake to get himself to the front of the queue? Or is he just going to wait?
I mean, I'm willing to shake my hammer about. You know,
So you wish to
kind of just like glance over my shoulder. I'm not actually gonna like beat anyone down.
You want to intimidate the crowd?
Yeah, basically.
Make an
I can-
intimidate check.
You know, won't be unless I roll a 1, which I probably just jinxed myself into doing. No, 11.
Part of the crowd disperses. Some of it seems a bit annoyed that you're trying to hog the boat. Like, it's important. They need to get across as well. They have families.
Yeah, I have family.
You do? We must see this.
No one.
But you know,
does
No
not-
one.
that's
No
not
one
the-
here knows that I'm lying.
Importantly, Bollard, is that you're an adventurer and have tons of money.
Tons of
th-
money.
they're like,
tons
"Oh,
of my money, not
It's like,
tons
well, I
of
can pay you
bribe
a
money.
gold if you take me along. You can be like, I'll pay you 10 gold. And then somebody be like, holy fuck, 10 gold?
Who is
That's
this guy?
enough to buy my life.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to
I'll
drop a
give you
gold.
10
Like,
gold. I'll give you my life.
can I make an appraise check to see what an appropriate bribe would be?
an appropriate bribe.
Because I'm not interested in losing that much money here.
10 gold is too much for you.
You know, hang on, I'm gonna pay him.
You're not
I
really too
didn't-
sure. You're not used to this kind of environment.
Yeah, usually I'm not used to people getting mad at me for intimidating them. I'm used to them running away.
You clearly got soft with your old age.
Old age. Old age.
Just so you know, when I do an attack,
I'm in my
pretty
early
much burn,
20s.
when I do an attack, I pretty much burn 50 gold pieces right there. So, just so you know, I burned like a 200 in the last fight. So,
Man,
a couple of goals,
it's
not really.
disgusting.
It is.
Yeah. I mean, sure. I'll toss like. You know, since I'm an adventurer, I've kind of got like my sense of value is inflated, right? Like to me, a gold piece is pocket change, but to them, it's like a month of eating.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I'll toss around like 5 silver per person that I have to get through. Yeah, there you go.
How many people are there?
How many people will take 5 silver for their spot?
That's the thing as well.
I think their line is long. Wouldn't it be better to just go to the fight in the front and ask like 10 gold for his? I think that'd be cheaper than paying like 100,000 people.
Yeah, that's true actually.
If you have like 1 million people in this city, there's a lot of people
No.
want to get like just from the work.
The point is, though, still, I was like, neither.
So how much money do I lose basically?
Let's say 5 gold.
Ah, sure.
You shake around the coin pouch, maybe throw it in the air.
No, because then someone will grab it.
Well, you throw a few coins in the air instead, then.
Oh, okay.
Someone
like in Assassin's
screams
Creed,
in an Assassin's
right?
Creed dialect, money, money, money.
Yeah, the point is, if you throw
Yeah,
money
and then,
around,
and then
people
it's
go-
like that, you know,
people
and
think
then
you're-
you poison the guard that's in there, and he starts
Oh.
swinging his weapon around.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, the money scream guys.
So-
from Assassin's Creed.
So, Riff, how are you?
I'm good.
You
Sorry,
slept
I
in the
can't-
temple last night. The priests don't need you this morning.
Well, if the priests don't need me, then Riff will probably head towards the remnants of the bridge.
You reach the same problem.
Riff would pretty much do similar, but she would try use her womanly charms to
You
try and
try
almost
You're in the
You
big city. That's not how you
A
stay
kiss
safe.
for the ferry ride.
Not quite. Should throw money, but
How much we're talking?
probably the same amount as Bollard. To be fair.
Let me just do it this way then. There you go.
Put you right at the end of the bridge. Like,
You're across.
walk the rest of the way.
Riff would walk the rest of the way. She doesn't really care.
The point is, for business sake, it does make sense to just do that.
Oh yeah. Except for like the houses there, just completely messed up because.
We should
Well,
build
no.
We should build like a better ferry. I mean,
We
bridges
should
take a
repair the
long
bridge
time.
and then we put up a toll booth.
Bridges take a long time to construct. You know, while that's doing it, we should
Admittedly-
set up like Steamboat
Basically,
Willie.
it's a city of mages.
Oh, that's true.
But yeah, Riff will
But-
head home, drop off a couple books that she might have taken, and head back to the base.
You meet your sage.
Yeah, she'll talk to the sage, let him in on what's
He's-
going on.
He's studying away on his religion matters.
That's fine. He can have all the notes that I've taken, and she'll return to the secret base of secretness.
Very well. Bollard, you go to secret base of secretness.
Yeah.
Very well. So right now, all of you are probably having breakfast in the secret base of secretness. If you
Oh,
need,
that's,
if you want to have breakfast, otherwise you're doing work possibly.
he's doing his log.
Is Raphael having breakfast?
Raphael can sure. He's making breakfast.
Is Zoe having breakfast?
Sure.
Well, as you're having breakfast, you hear the sound of the front door. You know, beep 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 beep.
Is that the sound actually of the door?
I know. You know, yeah, they can decide what the sound is, but you know.
Do we have like a psh effect as
Is it
well?
like the people like intruders sound, or is it like someone?
It's a sound that someone's legitimately unlocked the door.
Oh, it doesn't make a whole lot of sound. Just does the.
But if someone else touches it, it's like.
Yeah.
Is that the sound of me opening it, or is someone else?
Welcome, Bollard.
Well, yes, you get the sound.
Welcome,
Of,
Professor.
you get the sound of welcome Bollard as basically Riffland and Bollard walk in.
And the smell of bacon like wafts.
Yeah, it's just like clinging to me now.
It's a permanent fixture for Bollard. Now
Always
that he has
worrying
the
about
money
how
to
to add a decontamination room to this place, in case things happen.
Well, Raphael is certainly enjoying his breakfast. It's sunny side up eggs and sausages.
Well prepared by the labourers here.
Mm.
Mm.
Well, Riff will walk in. Doesn't really even look at anybody. Kind of gives them a wave and heads to the kitchen to see if she can get some food. Because people
Right.
at temples are kind of stingy.
Right now, he's probably in the process of not just having like bread and water like the temples, but instead probably preparing like sausage and eggs.
Yeah,
As long as we're not like on lockdown, we can basically go upstairs and buy
I
whatever.
want meat.
I mean, you know, Bollard, he walks in, he doesn't smell
It's
any
like-
bacon.
Is Riff going to basically order a full breakfast?
Oh yeah, she's gonna order a big old full breakfast.
Very well, a full English breakfast for Riffland.
Yeah, and she
Yeah.
will take this plate and walk back proudly and sit there-ish.
And of course, Bollard prepares his own meals apparently.
Raphael
that's no-
swings around.
He's a chef. He's a meat chef.
If Bollard cooks, Laura will eat.
Oh, I see how it is.
That's how. It works.
So
Doesn't
group
want to be a bother, but that's just a delight.
so group player breakfast.
Come, Bollard.
You know, Laurel definitely smells his bacon. It's very distinctive smell.
Yeah, let's go eat with the
Yeah.
others. Actually, nobody ever likes sitting. Like, you'll sit over here. Actually, the room.
Well, now you have to get, you know, now I have to sit at the awkward chair that no one likes.
No, it's not that. It's just
You can
because
move
he
you
doesn't
can
like
move a
being
chair to the
squeezed
edge, I
between
guess.
people because, you know.
It's
still
even
small.
harder for Bollard. His shoulders are broad enough that you're like both half off your seat.
You know the answer to that? We move the two chairs to the side. That's what you do.
Reduced person.
There. Problem solved.
But
Yes.
I think Raphael would rather be sick where you are now.
Yeah. But anyway, see, it doesn't matter.
Problem solved.
Now Raphael is much to the women.
You have Raphael and two women. You have to get over a river.
You cannot leave Raphael alone with the women.
Well, one of them stole the other one's purse. So
Oh, no.
So how would you get everyone across? You also have a bird to get across.
Now a foppish lord shows up.
Laurel will take its plumage feather.
Anyway, so you all sit down for breakfast.
Yeah, and Ballard whips up an amazing meal.
Riff
And
goes
it's basically, he's going to turn this table into a buffet.
And,
1 second.
like an English breakfast. Oh yeah, everyone can come eat with us if they want.
Well,
Yeah,
They don't have
you know,
to.
down the
Probably
middle of the
already
table,
ate.
it's just going to be tons of stuff. So actually,
but-
Ballard will probably just be spending most of the time in the kitchen.
I moved this down mainly because Bollard's going to just fill this entire thing with food.
So I guess Laurel, being the good sort of, dinner conversationalist, will go
So,
how have you slept?
Riff will look up and say, well, funnily enough, monks don't have comfortable beds. So, very badly.
Well, frowns slightly to say, you've been sleeping with monks.
She frowns and kind of shakes her head and says, not in that way. I've been at the Temple of Nephis.
I see. Most likely, this is, so I have something I want to talk to all of you about. After breakfast, perhaps.
Riff will look up and go, oh?
It's not, well, you could say it's not very important to what we're doing here, but... This stops a little bit. I think it is important to me.
Riff nods and says, sure. You helped me when I wanted help, I'll help you.
It's not exactly that sort of thing, but I suppose you will see. Then looks down and goes completely quiet, basically, eating his food. As if he assumes nobody wants to talk anymore. Like,
someone carries now one of the platters out.
sure.
Riff, happily grabs more food and starts chowing down. She's been living on bread and water. It sucks. And meat. Meat!
Smoked bacon wrapped in roasted bacon.
In bacon stock.
The Lord Mayor is,
You know,
like,
I mean, Ballard can cook
budget
things
does
that
have a
aren't
lot of-
meat, but he likes meat more.
Yeah, so breakfast goes along. Do any of you talk about anything else, or do you just eat breakfast with general chit chat?
Riff, general chit chat from Riff, I'd imagine.
Apparently,
Ballard
Raphael
will,
attacked something.
When Ballard
Attacks
gets
the
out of the
sausage.
kitchen,
Oh, okay.
he wants to talk about the court case. You know,
sure.
Yeah.
That's- he'll basically, he'll say, it was the case of a certain Aradel Vance. I mean, he was on trial for punching the king or something. He was the witness in another court case.
Riff will say that he hopes
Sounds
that
like my sort
he
of
went
person.
free.
Yeah, I salute him.
We should
It's
break him
found
out
that
and let him join our organization.
It
it's
doesn't sound like the
found
smartest sort, though.
no. It's also found that he was a member of some organization called the Jade Guard, who want to bring salvation against the
Oh.
corrupt rule of the government.
I see.
Sound like an extremist group, even worse than the Loyalists.
As far as our intel goes, they were the ones that blew up the bridge. And has apparently allied with a group of orcs who are coming to burn down the capital.
Oh.
I wouldn't suggest we aid those people. Was he condemned?
Yeah.
Does he rest in Trader's Bay?
His execution.
He was
is-
found guilty of assault. He's going to be executed, yeah.
His execution is in 2.5 days.
Oh,
Probably
there you go.
like grand treason to punch the king, I imagine.
Yeah, it's treason.
Speaking of the king, I sat next to him on the jury, and I doubt he was very happy about it, but it was ironic for me.
What sort of eyes, Pontus? You were lucky then.
Hmm.
It seems that we've been able to get close to him quite a few times. Sometimes I wonder if it would be easier if we just... I mean, we would never get away, but neither would he.
We do not know for certain the king's martial capabilities. Assaulting him might be as foolish as assaulting the empress.
Yes, it's just a thought. If we could just end all this, even at a personal sacrifice, it might be worth it.
Raphael smiles. I will say that Raphael loves Raphael a whole lot, but going out in a blaze of glory certainly has something to my liking. You would be remembered for sure.
People would never know what we stopped, but that wouldn't matter, would it? Because it would be stopped.
Indeed, it is always the problem of doing preventive hero work, you see. The people never know how lucky they are.
It's not really a problem. I would rather do that than repair the people who have been hurt by it.
Of course.
On that note, I suppose, we're all sitting down. I might as well ask it now. I wanted to know why exactly you're all here still. After all, we do have the resources, sort of points around and looks at this place, to just uproot ourselves, take our lives somewhere else, perhaps even beyond the reach of the Empire somewhere. We could leave, never look back, never have to bother or deal with any of this. Leave as good people. We might eventually have to work again in a different country, different place. But we have the skills and abilities necessary to start anew. I was wondering if you ever know yourselves, have asked yourself, why you're all here. Well, what are you doing? Why don't you just leave and forget about it and start anew somewhere else, a safe place, a place that does not challenge you in this way? Surely that's what most people would do.
Riff will probably look up and say, well, to her it's not that we're in danger, and that yeah, it's a harder life than what we could have in a distant land. She just enjoys it. And why leave something that she enjoys? And then goes back to eating all of her food.
Ballard says, you know, I've lived here all my life. It's my home. I mean, you know my reasonings, Laurel.
Yes, it was more directed towards the others.
Raphael smiles and says, well, I do believe I had told some of this story before, but as you know, I am from the colonies. And the village where I grew up was raided quite viciously. Almost everyone died. I was one of the few survivors. And I did blame myself for the attack quite a bit. I grew very bitter, so to speak. And my only way out from the smoldering ruins were to, well, find some way of getting off that place. And my way out was, or turned out to be, signing on with the ship. So I have sailed for quite a bit, actually. Until I finally tried, well, I tried at the beginning to get to the people who were responsible for it, but the local governor was far beyond my reach. I was just a young boy, about 15 at the time, and I had no skill in anything, really. He shrugs. The only thing I could do was run very fast. But I did, in the end, find out some of who was responsible. The governor, you see, had sort of waves a hand. It is complicated, but he has withdrawn his protection from the village and more or less allowed a mercenary group called the Silver Cross to raid it for supplies. I do not know exactly why they raided the village. I don't rightly care. What I care about is destroying them. I want to kill their leader with my own two hands, and that is why I have trained relentlessly since that day to do so. The leader is in here in this city. That is why I stay. I want to destroy them. And if along the way I find helpful friends, good friends that I enjoy spending my time with, so much the better. And if these silver crows are in line with the king, yeah, it seems that he almost is the ultimate responsibility for it, no? He smiles. Then again, my ultimate goal is to kill the leader of the Silver Cross. The king and his ambitions are certainly worrisome, but it is not my main target. You understand?
Riff will chuckle and raise a glass and say, "Here, here."
Wasn't furrows his brow a little.
Not to your satisfaction, friend?
So, I'm not sure what I expect, but it is at least good to hear the truth.
My tale of petty vengeance does not inspire you, eh?
My own reasons are different. So, since I have lived here all my life, my family is from here, and they don't want to leave. They want to stay, and if they are going to stay here in safety, then, well, the threats of this city need to be dealt with. And that doesn't really leave me a choice to leave.
Let me tell you this. Even though the Silver Crows are my ultimate target, and it is what I am dreaming of this very moment, I am somewhat averse to seeing people suffer. Despite what you think of me, I do not enjoy it, he smiles. And if I can stop people from feeling downtrodden or Easter suffering somehow, be it by killing an orc or a pompous noble, I will endeavor to do whatever, as long as I enjoy it. He smiles.
I'm not slightly and looks to Zoe.